Hey, everybody, come on in. We see you out there. It's time for another episode of Comics by Night.
Here, coffee and donuts off to the side. Get it while they're hot.
Get it while it's hot. Let's run our opening, and then we will get stuff underway. We've got some Byrne stuff we have to burn through.
Yeah, we're all Byrne victims today.
We're all Byrne victims today.
And don't forget, we're third degree.
What? We're third degree?
Third degree because it's the third part.
There we are.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Third degree burns today, folks. Here we go.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with the...
That's right, folks.
Perfect,
Comics by Night.
Viewing.
I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. We're here with Glenn B. Fleming, Russ Leach, and the great Scott Rosema.
Well, gotta have some tone down of the talent here.
Beating the odds, yes. So we're looking at X-Men Elsewhen by John Byrne. I had this book mysteriously appear on my porch, and we've been drooling over it almost ever since the last couple of weeks. We are on the third part. This is the second volume out of what is rumored to be at least 5 volumes. All of this material is available over at byrnerobotics.com. And we can't recommend this work highly enough. We've been going over it page by page and just admiring it. Is that all right there? Everybody got a good view of it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I'm using a little bit different lighting. I kind of played around with it to
there's no glare on this one at all.
Yeah, this is
try to knock the glare off. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fabulous.
So we're in the middle of Sentinels.
Oh.
Bunch of Sentinels being let loose.
I think we left off last week with talking about the guy in the upper left, on the left-hand page, the Sentinel looking down on the guy. Look at the perspective on that.
Yeah.
That could be a full page, couldn't it?
Easily.
Oh, yeah. Really
it's fabulous, isn't it?
So could that here.
Squeezed him to death.
Oh, is he gurgling up? Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, he sure is. Look at that.
Like a watermelon.
Man.
Oh my god.
Like a watermelon. He Gallaghered him.
Like a ripe banana.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Look at that. Look at what he's put there. He's put, and he is instantly of no further use or interest to the master to the master mold. Look at that. Wow. I didn't think these Sentinels were murderers.
Well, in Byrne's twisted mind, yeah.
Wow.
And what a great use of storytelling to make the figure small and in shadow, to make him, have that appearance.
He's dead. He's gone now. Yeah, he's just a
finished,
shadow.
Yeah. Oh,
these things will start drawing comics next.
Oh.
yeah, there you go. Old movie technique. Should I tighten down on the page any?
It's fine. That's fine.
That's good.
So you have to look at my hands for the whole.
Well,
I hold this down.
Got to turn pages.
It's in paperback, so it's the binding on it's a little rough, but I'm not afraid.
Not to be critical, but you could use a pedicure, Brandy. So
I know. I bite my nails. I bite my nails even more now that I'm back awake.
Oh.
So anyway,
that row of them. Oh.
Right here, this reminds me a lot of Neil Adams at the end of the Neil Adams Sentinel story.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
it really does. There's such great detail in this.
And the row of Sentinel heads, that harkens back to the Ali Superman book, where the aliens are lined up to honor Superman being carried away on the ship after the fight with Ali.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a great lineup of different alien faces. Now, of course, Byrne, it's all the exact same face of the Sentinels, but in Adam's take, it was this great variation of aliens. They're all the same alien, but they all have different qualities in their faces and all that.
Yeah.
But it has that same lineup layout like that. It's just
great little right there.
Oh yeah.
As the door opens, 25, 26, 27. Yeah. Cool. Just sweet.
Nice.
Here we go, right to the Fantastic Four. Thing is changing back. They turned him into Ben
Look at
Grimm.
that hand. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, very.
Look at that Batum on the
Oh yeah.
Have it.
Oh man, what a great! Oh, that arcing his arm, the way it's arching.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, and classic backlighting of Thing when he gets Cyclops there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just great. Just a great page.
oh, and the strength of the lighting that Byrne has there in Cyclops, with the glow of the blast illuminating.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It's not just the lighting on the Thing, is it? It's on Cyclops as well.
And he's also got that great expression on Iron Man, and it's an iron face, but he's got that expression on it as well at the bottom.
Yeah.
Left.
Yes.
Just slightly turned down, and the mouth and the eyes, giving it that sympathetic look.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, man.
Then Mr. Fantastic wrapping himself up around the Thing.
What's he calling there? Squinty in that centre panel. Gone up to the dark side, Squinty. Fancy being able to respond after he's just zap you in the back with that thing.
Oh my God.
It's the Thing. The Thing has been so downgraded over the last 10, 15 years.
All of these characters have been downgraded.
Yeah, no, but I mean, power-wise,
Degraded, downgraded,
like
abused.
I know they used to play with the power sets on characters, so that when they did have a bit of a punch up to get the story going, it wasn't always sort of correct to what had happened thus far. For instance, fights between the Thing and the Hulk. I mean, you definitely say that the Hulk has got the upper hand by quite some way if you were to look at comics now. But you know, the amount of tussles, well, there were multiple tussles between the Hulk and the Thing, and they seemed a fairly even affair for the most part.
Yeah.
And you know, the Thing was really strong, you know, and really tough.
Oh yeah. And he also was a lot of the time he would get close to getting the upper hand because of his strategic thinking.
Yeah.
You know, because as Ben Grimm as a fighter pilot, he knew how to fight.
That's right. His mannerisms and language belied the intelligence that was underneath it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, the thing came across as this, like, you know, sort of
brute,
a brute, but he wasn't. He had a brain and certainly had a tactical brain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just, you know, if you're clever, like I consider myself fairly bright and clever, but if I'm in the same room as, you know, Stephen Hawking or Einstein, I'm going to think, well, I'll just let them do the clever stuff. You just shut up, don't you? You just go, oh, right, okay, well, there's no point in me even talking.
Don't forget, Russ, that's not clever. They can't draw like you, so that's the same.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much.
There's that.
But what I mean is that whole sort of the Thing and Reed Richards is Richards is this super genius.
So
even though the Thing is probably well above, you know, average IQ, he's a fighter pilot and all the rest of it. You got to be pretty sharp to do that kind of thing. Yeah. Why bother when you've got like the cleverest man on the planet standing next to you? So you're just going to revert to type, aren't you? You're going to revert to the way that you were, the way that you grew up, maybe. You know, in the streets of New York, obviously there's a bit of Jack Kirby in there, and so I think the Thing is a far more interesting character. I bought some of his because he had his own run for a while, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I bought some of those. And they were really good stories. I really enjoyed those.
Yeah.
Well, they were very good.
Byrne did those stories, didn't he? When he
a lot of them.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Was he marooned or something on some?
Yeah, spiky thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, spiky thing. Yeah.
Love it, spiky thing.
That bottom right-hand panel, damn
great
it!
Shot. Yeah.
Just great perspective and just how simple. Once again, we get to an economy of line, don't we?
Yeah.
We're looking directly at the art and seeing just how good that is without it being overdrawn.
Right.
Overdrawn is a great word to use, and that I think is what describes where there's a lot of flaw in a lot of modern comics. that have to do with the fact that sometimes they're just overdrawn.
Just overdone.
They just,
People are seeing the number of strokes instead of the focus of the strokes.
Right.
And so what they're doing is they're replicating, they're going making their own style, and they're going, oh, I need to put all this texture in here and do all this there and put all those. No. Economy of line is what the greats do well.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, Alex Toth put it in a good way. It's a little poetic, so it can be lost on people who can't quite grasp it. But he said, great comics are where you take your idea, you pare it down to the absolute basic minimum, and then draw the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, so many people might read that and think, oh, he means more detail, more scribbling, more noodling. And that's not what he's talking about. Because you see that figure of the vision down that lower left there. And that's what he means by drawing the hell out of it after coming down to the absolute basics. And it's just, oh, man. Oh, that is a great, that bottom panel on the right, though, that drawing of the thing is just scrumptious.
Back here.
Yeah.
God. I mean, of the beast, the beast.
The beast
with the glasses on.
Yeah.
Oh.
But all three of those heads that are laying down in front of them are just beautiful.
Look at the shadowing on Reed's face.
Yeah.
On Reed's face? Where?
Is that not Reed down there?
No, isn't that the
bottom right?
The X-Men? Isn't that an X-Men? The one.
Yeah, I think these are mutants that they're on.
Sorry, I thought it was Johnny and Sue and Reed.
Yeah, it does look like Johnny and Sue.
Yeah.
That's Nightcrawler here.
That's Nightcrawler there, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, all right then. Look at the shadow on Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I mean the skin and everything, the way he's got the darkness in it is fabulous.
Oh,
look at all the sweat on Wolverine here.
I thought there was spots.
Yeah, he's having a bad day. He's got acne.
Well, it's something. He's covered in something.
He's been eating too many nuts.
Yeah.
Wolverine's worst problem: allergy, nut allergy.
Yeah.
These nuts.
It's a nightmare.
A nightmare.
Oh dear.
Yeah, here, just Beast up in the corner.
Oh.
It's beautifully done. And then here he's got his glasses on as he's working on his tablet there.
Because we all know that putting glasses on makes you hyper intelligent.
And he's working on his mother box there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh dear. Oh, lovely. Look at that interplay between Captain America and is it Wonder Man?
Wonder Man, yeah.
Wonder Man, yeah.
Simon Williams.
Wonder Man in his casual safari jacket costume.
Yeah. With the handy dandy W-shaped flaps, which is
that was very impressive.
Yeah.
That's very meta, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about economy of line with the Cap's face and Wonder Man there. Just
the two of them. Yeah.
That's what they need. That's all he needs. Just the lines he's got.
And then on the bottom of the page, he was either run out. It was either 4 o'clock, as we discussed a bit earlier, or he just couldn't be bothered with that last panel.
It services the story. It doesn't have.
Or his daughter drew it for him.
All the important detail is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That top on the top right, he shaded it in.
Yeah.
That's digitally done.
Yeah, that looks like
up here and down here. I think he wanted to do that to silhouette him a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, it brings more focus to this phenomenal panel here with all of this crazy detail of people running away.
Bonkers, isn't it?
Again, the Sentinel using a door.
Yeah. Or lack thereof, actually.
Scarash.
The way these sentinels speak and behave, they remind me of Cybermen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying that last time.
Yeah.
That's
what Byrne probably did is went back to the original source. I seem to remember them being very robotic on purpose.
Yeah.
At least at the start. So that might be the way that they've always talked.
Yeah. And boy, what a that middle panel though on that right page. Geez, that one, love the open again. Like I said, for the open sound effects which are nice.
Yeah.
But also just that sheer the sheer volume of drawing he puts into that, and that great Fantasticar and
Twin jet,
Blackbird,
yeah.
just
Oh, is that a black? Yeah, that's the
the
Blackbird.
Blackbird, yeah.
Blackbird and Fantastic Car. All of the rubble detail down here, just amazing.
You know, when you think of all the
that could have been a splash page in and of itself.
The designs that Jack Kirby did through the years of machinery, the Fantasticar has to be the worst one.
Yeah, somebody called the flying bathtub or something.
Yeah.
It's awful. They did update it though, didn't they?
And again, it's simplicity in action. That was one of the first inventions that they did. Way back when. That's like Fantastic Four 2 or 3 at the most, because it splits up into 4 pieces.
Yeah,
and they can all fly individually.
Two of them can fly off in a box.
Yeah.
They made a new one, didn't they? And it was all sort of like it was like a Y shape or something, or a T shape.
Yeah, I think a number of them have been done over the years.
Yeah.
But that's the old classic one, so that's
the one. But I agree, Glenn. I mean, there's a rare instance where Kirby kind of fell a little flat in the design case.
Well, like you were saying, Glenn, it was probably the end of the day when he came up with the first Fantasticar.
Ros shouted to him, "I've run your bath for you."
Yeah, dinner's on. Are you coming now, Jack, or what? I've just got to do a bloody Fantasticar. Hold on a minute. Oh, that'll do.
Or maybe because he never stopped drawing, he was actually in the bath doing that page.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
What you doing?
He looked over and thought, "I've got to get in the bath. Where am I going to put my cigar? I've got to put it down." And there was just this ashtray, and he thought, "That'll do. I'll just draw that and off."
Could be the soap if he was in the shower.
Yeah, it could be the soap holder.
Yeah. I was going to say it looks like it could be a tin for like Christmas cookies or something too.
Yeah. It looks a little bit like those date boxes.
Yes.
Eat me dates.
I remember seeing a spaceship that Byrne had drawn. He's done a couple of them, one off of a curling iron and one off of a blow dryer.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the blow dryer one. Yeah.
During his Fantastic Four run.
Oh yeah. Is that going right back to that? There's a book somewhere. There's an artist that talks about just converting everyday objects, into your advanced ships or whatever. And he obviously seen or knows that.
Yeah, during the 80s, there was a whole lot of spaceship paintings patterned after wine bottles.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
Or flasks. Yeah. If you saw it now you'll look at it. Whenever you look at those old cover paintings. You'll look at those ships and you go, oh yeah. It looks like an old wine, or look not a wine bottle, but an old liquor bottle. It's kind of oval, flat.
Yeah.
But in bottle shape, yeah. It's hard to describe. I'd have to show one to you. There's an awesome page.
There's
an awesome panel. And again,
there's a nice simple one down the bottom, behind Wolverine.
Yeah. Just every page is just an example of great storytelling and art here. Silhouette there on the bottom of the head, Sue. Again, Sue's surprise right there. That's great.
Yeah. I love the way he does, like on that left-hand page with that guy's head there. I love the way he does the angle to get all the perspective in of the shot. The left-hand page middle.
Oh. Yeah, the middle.
The way he does that a lot, doesn't he? That angle, he angles the panel. It's a really effective way of getting everything in. Yeah.
I thought you meant the fact he was leaning forward. Everybody had such a sense of drama there, like
the way it all goes to shows all the what you need to see, all the way.
Right.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Jeez, and what's also amazing through all of these pages, it's amazing how effective Byrne has placed the balloons and narration boxes, and it doesn't seem as if anything is really being cut out. Mm-hmm. It's like he knows how to place these things just right to where you're getting the maximum impact of the art.
Yeah.
And nothing important is being covered by a word balloon or a sound effect.
Are we presuming he did his own word balloons, or?
Oh, I would imagine he did his own lettering here.
Yeah. At this point, he probably. Well, I don't know. He might have somebody who helps him out, I suppose. But I'm sure he oversaw where everything was going to go. Of course.
Well, that's the advantage of writing and drawing.
Yeah.
Is that you know roughly how much script you've got to go into a panel, and you can make it happen. I mean, it's easy to say, oh right. I mean, for instance, there's a guideline for submitting to 2000 AD, which is probably about 25 years old now, and it says do this with the gutter widths, and do that, and make sure that the top third of the panel has an available space for your text, for your speech balloons. And it's like, no, that's not the way it works.
Yeah.
Really.
But at the same time, if you can write it yourself, then you're even more acutely aware of the space that's required, and you can be even more accurate with the artwork prior to any lettering going in.
Yeah.
And at this stage, Byrne knows it's
yeah.
to him of how to space everything out. But,
exactly. I mean, it's already second nature, like you say, and then on top of that, he's written it. So it's it's a perfect. It's almost the perfect comic strip, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, it really is. I love that where Cyclops is pushing that Sentinel foot, and you can see the ground
Colossus
up on the other side.
Look at that debris.
That's wonderful. Or I should say, it's uncanny.
Yeah, actually, talking about the lettering, that's the one bit of lettering that pops out on the page as being not very good.
Right here,
that bubble there.
The spacing's not right, is it?
It's crap. He could have done better. He could have done better with that.
Oh yeah, yep.
Just move the "is" to next to this. That'll do it.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, here we go with Phoenix. Oh man.
Oh, this
Cockrum right there. Just beautiful influence. Yeah, right down to the Phoenix Force.
This is bonkers. This page, isn't it?
Oh,
look at the bottom right there, bottom right page.
Oh
sort of the semi silhouette where it's obviously so much light around it that it's like blown out.
Yeah, that extreme backlighting.
If you look at the top of that page, right hand page where it says source, that bubble's too tight, isn't it? On that word.
Oh, we've started Glenn off now.
Yeah. We got to chop this son of a bitch down. You can't let him completely overwhelm us here. We got
he's got to have some criticism.
Yeah. Get that wart on the nose. But speaking of Dave Cockrum, just real quick, a little side note of a little recent event for me is that I was asked to be on a panel that was going to be at I think it was a GR Comic-Con in November, and the guy wanted to hold a panel asking some of us artists to come along and offer up what we think would be a great creator combination of different skills. Like, who would you recommend to be the ultimate penciler, the ultimate inker, the ultimate costume designer, the ultimate writer, and all that kind of stuff. And I couldn't help but think to myself, well, if it came to me and they asked me about costumes, I would give Dave Cockrum the thumbs up on almost without question, especially if it's superhero costumes, because Dave Cockrum was so good at designing superhero costumes and superhero characters. He was he was very, very unsung hero in that respect. He was so good at it.
He went through and redid all of the Legion.
Yes.
That's all of the Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler are all his.
Yeah. So. And isn't this Shiara, the one with the headdress there in the middle panel?
Yeah.
Now, isn't that Cockrum's creation too?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He did. Didn't he do a whole set of Legion counterparts?
Oh, for the X-Men, yeah.
Was that him or Byrne?
No, that was Cockrum.
Pretty sure
it was the Sierra Guard, I believe.
Yeah,
that design to me looks very Avatar.
Oh yes, yeah, I can see that. Oh man, that's amazing. Oh, that's a great effect on that third panel. Oh, son of a bitch.
Age of the Phoenix.
Oh, man. Fucker of mothers. Oh, that is so cool. Christ.
End of one episode, start of the next, I believe. Again, a little tinting here on this panel. I don't know if that's pencil smear, graphite smear, or what, but that's what it kind of what it looks like. But it's so solid.
Yeah, no. See, look at that design for Phoenix that Byrne came up with, and that could have been canon for Marvel if they just would have listened to it.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
this whole thing could have been canon.
Freaking cool! Look at the freaking.
Well, we said earlier in other chapters, a lot of these retailers are having a hard time surviving. They would have eaten and promoted the heck out of this if they'd had a chance to sell it.
Oh my God, there'd be
And
lines
their
up
shops,
the door for this stuff.
Yep. But Marvel is so short-sighted that they either wouldn't meet Byrne's demands or had ticked Byrne off at this point where he told him to go fly.
Ugh.
So I'll just do it myself.
Ugh. What a great variety of paneling here to the right. That wonderful silhouette. Is that the Imperial
planet?
No, but who's the silhouette figure? And that second panel. Well,
I think they're just miscellaneous characters, aren't they? Manta.
Maybe. Oh,
they're extra monkeys.
Extra monkeys.
Well, we said we needed more monkeys.
We needed more monkeys, and they turned up.
There we go, man.
I think the Imperial Guard is coming in at this point.
Oh, it's getting deep now. Jesus Christ!
Wow.
That's a great reaction. Holy Jesus Christ!
Good Lord,
man!
Just everything at work here. And of course, some of this line here is inked, some of it isn't. So some of that title, Convergence, that might be intentional.
Yeah, that's kind of
kind of weird.
Oh.
I want to watch him draw that.
How much you think that went for at auction?
Oh my God!
At least $20, I would say.
At least
you think so, Glenn? You think it's
as much. It's not that good. It's just $20 worth. I mean, look at it. It's not even finished, is it?
Oh, God. Seriously, we got. We're talking at least 50. I mean, let's be serious.
No, I think most of these went for between 2 and 10.
Did they really?
We'd have to dig up the auction records. It'd probably be worth it to look.
Somebody got a bargain, didn't they?
I don't know about this specific one. I mean, this could have gone for more, but
oh my God, I can't. This would be.
You would think 20 on this.
Oh, easily.
Look at that when he says, "I thought." He said at the bottom, he says, "I thought you finished them," and Ben says, "They don't feel finished to me," and he's just been zapped. It's great.
And what a great, just a great layout, just great.
I mean, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and the Avengers. I mean, oh God, fighting the Sentinels, double page splash.
Got them all in there, and this is better than the movies by a long way. I mean, look at this. Just look at it.
Oh yeah,
and they're in spandex. You gotta love it.
Words and Pictures by John Byrne.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Look at that Cyclops pose.
I know, classic Cyclops.
Takes you right into the action, doesn't he?
Everything just goes in.
It's just wonderful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Well, that classic juxtaposing of perspective going back and perspective coming back out,
and the forced perspective on the buildings.
Yeah,
bringing you right to the middle. Just amazing, and the cars, everything is pointing right there.
Oh.
Just great.
And this would be one of those kind of pages that would deserve to be a gatefold out, so it's completely flat.
So you can
No
see
bit
it properly.
page
Yeah.
in the middle. Can you flatten that out at all, Randy, so we can really?
That's it. I don't think it goes anymore.
I'd love to see Joe Sinnott ink that.
I'd rub across it more, but I think I'm leaving graphite smears here.
Oh, wouldn't doubt. Now, who's the character up at the very top that's got both hands out?
Right here, that's Human Torch.
No, the one he's firing at.
That's a Sentinel having his head blasted. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a Sentinel having his head lit up by the torch.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
that. Have it.
Jesus. Oh.
Everything's there for the inker, isn't
Iron
it?
Man coming in, just saw him.
Oh. And that great Reed twisting around the blast. Oh boy,
Yeah.
That's just so. Oh, I'm going to eat a bullet tonight.
Yeah, it's something. Don't do it. Don't do it, Scott.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Something that they've, as far as I'm aware, they've not really expanded upon is that Reed Richards must have some kind of heightened response as well for him to do the things that he does when he stretches and moves around. His synapses, they must fire much more quickly than anyone else's.
Oh yeah,
His reaction time.
Well, there's been all kinds of I remember reading all kinds of hypotheses about his elasticity is a reflection of the elasticity of his thinking, and obviously his neural pathways are just almost limitless. So that would be I can see where that ability fits his nature as a person.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously that's the dynamics of the art creating the canon, if as it were. It's not just about the story being told. I mean, they said, the first thing to be told was they got hit by cosmic rays and Reed Richards became stretchy. Okay, and he was already a genius.
Yeah.
But by having dynamic art, you're effectively popping something back into the canon, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because you're saying, well, the physicality of it is that he needs to have reaction times that are far better than most people. Far greater, in order for him to zip around a ray blast like that three times.
Yeah. And what was the Fantastic Four cartoon from the 60s that Hanna-Barbera did, which is still one of the better adaptations of the FF, is there was a great episode where Reed talks about how he can strike with the speed of a cobra, and it's such a great way to capture that nature of him as.
Don't worry, Ben. I can strike with the speed of a cobra.
Oh God, yes, it was just that great Johnny Quest music they used, and oh God, just love that stuff.
I used to love that stuff.
That Reed pose there, the way he's curled around the blast, it reminds me of when Blastar first arrived out the negative zone, and Kirby drew him like that when he was firing at. I think he was firing at Sue, or just in general, but. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Look at that 4 on his chest as well, the way he's drawn that. It's amazing.
Yeah, and
the way it's stretched.
And maintained that shadow of the 4.
Yeah.
Which is it's perfect to the costume.
Yeah.
And yet it's still in proper perspective. It's just
some nice ribs as well there. He's just tucked in the rib cage.
Yeah,
but stretched it out. Very, very clever.
Yep.
And with that top of that curl, where he still maintains the thickness of the body, even as it's curling and folding back, around the blast behind it. And because Byrne was obviously thinking you don't want to make him too thin because he's still maintaining the volume of his body, but it's still
be paper thin.
You see Reed's left hand, right?
Yeah.
Look, just drop down for that character with the hunting jacket on. Where's he whacking that sentinel? Yeah, where's he punching?
He's over here.
He's over there. It looks like he's whacking the other one in the nuts.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
Johnny Storm sacks him in the face with the fire, and Wonder Man smacks him in D's nuts. He's getting the old 1-2 on him.
They should give him a word balloon. Okay, now turn your head and cough.
Yeah. Right where he wouldn't expect it.
That would be awesome.
That's great. I thought you finished them. They don't feel finished to me. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that is awesome. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, look at that.
Boy.
Just that whole page is just amazing.
That Captain America is such a classic Byrne face.
Yeah. The
Isn't
storm zooming through.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
I have to nip off.
And that shading of the thing's texture, that's just, man.
Yeah. Just the perspective there. It's incredible.
Oh, man. No doubt. Oh, great storm figure. Oh, man. And the shading, the drawing of the Sentinel's arm there with the shadows on the tips of the fingers and the knuckles and that. Oh, man.
There's a bit of Star Wars in there, isn't there? When Torch says, and that sometimes that's what we do best, and Cyclops says, "Don't get too cocky."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Don't get cocky, kid.
This is
And
perfect.
then
for
always
Cyclops to do that.
the strategist Cap back here is going, they're coming in waves. How many of them are there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we flip over here where there's still a bunch more coming.
Holy crap. Look at that.
Now we see who is that they just got? I know that's North Star and Aurora. They're collecting mutants is what they're doing.
Oh, okay. Who's the figure in that first left-hand panel there who is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it closer. Let me switch glasses and take a look.
Is that the
I was gonna say it.
oh, that's White Queen.
Oh yeah, White
That's
Queen.
the White Queen, yeah.
Yep, sure is.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
And coming up on Avalanche, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. They're collecting them all.
and look at the economy of the word balloons, and all around the world, and it's each
Yep.
one emphasized on the panel, each panel. Oh man. Oh, the Sentinels get bitchy. Too good. Oh, Franklin in the tank. Oh, man.
She breaks it open with her force field.
Oh,
Pulls right into it. What a great shot there.
So her son's in trouble and she's busy doing her hair show on her backside. Just a minute. I know you're drowning, darling, but just let me fix my hair.
That's her thinking. She's tying her hair back so that she can get her whole brain into it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, tighten up.
That's a great panel at the bottom. That thoosh.
Yeah.
Where she's very thin line against that thick sound effect.
Mm.
Give a great shot.
Yeah, that is.
Wow.
And then again,
Look, I mean, look that
is just crazy.
yeah, that top right hand corner, just the delicacy of the nose and the eyes and oh man,
amazing.
And then contrast that with that really cluttered next panel and
Next couple. This is all rubble here. Just phenomenal.
Jesus.
Look at that Ben.
Oh man, what a great upward shot like that. Jesus. Man.
And you come down his arm, and then his eyes you just follow it right to the action where the invisible girl's flying along. It's fabulous, isn't it?
Good God.
She's got Frankie, but since when can she fly? Sue fly?
Man.
He did that with her in the during his run in the FF.
Yeah.
He showed that she could lift herself up with the force field.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
They're actually all of these the FF are a lot more deadlier than what is used most of the time.
Yeah, there's definitely a darker side to all this, isn't there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all the characters, you know.
Well, she could literally kill anybody with a thought by bringing her force field down tight enough just to stab somebody with it.
Oh yeah, or squeeze him to death. You know.
Yeah.
That shot though of Ben is absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. I mean, that I've never seen Byrne draw him like that.
No.
It's just that arching stone eyebrows he has, the way he's sizing that from the upward shot,
and those buildings as well.
Oh.
And again, I know we've said it before, but you would never see pages like this nowadays with this much care, this much love,
for
so much attention to detail. It just doesn't happen.
Worst, obviously. Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
Fabulous.
Now Spider-Man's here.
Spider-Man comes in.
Oh, love it, love it, love it.
We draws what we wants.
Yeah. He draws what he wants.
Exactly.
That sentinel in the right-hand page in the center, his head. I just suddenly got that one. Yeah, he reminds me of that guy in the Amiga Man who climbs up the railings and to shoot Charlton Heston.
Okay.
Oh yes, yes.
You know, when he climbs up he falls on the railings, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It looks like that guy.
We were talking with Steranko about flat on the floor. Here, Kitty Pryde is flat.
Yeah.
Flat on the, not quite on the panel. Yeah, on the panel border. She's right on the
panel border, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the wheelies.
What a great shot. A great page again.
A little bit more subtly used than Steranko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But done to great effect to kind of cut that panel so cleanly off.
Do you know if this layout was done as a live action, you'd come out of the cinema reeling, wouldn't you? If they could capture all this. I mean, look at that bottom page zoom. Look at that.
That's why.
Bloody hell.
That's why comics are the greatest storytelling medium on the planet.
Yeah, quite agree.
Without doubt.
Yeah.
Film is great. You know, the imagination is great when you're reading a prose book, but there's nothing quite like reading a well-written, well-drawn comic.
Yeah, and you can draw whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's no budget.
It comes down to your talent and your vision.
Yeah.
And when you have the wherewithal, when you have the venue to just completely cut loose, like Byrne's obviously doing here.
But also, it's not about getting every little detail right. That's the great thing about comics, about it being sort of, it's reaching into the mind of the reader. Mm-hmm. In between the panels, in the gutters, you're filling in the gaps like you would if you were reading a novel, except that you're being paced by the book itself, by the visual medium. And then on top of that, it's like if you look at a Manet or a Monet, okay, the painting is alive. You look into the painting, you get close enough to the painting, you can see the brush strokes. It's not a scene anymore. It's paint on a canvas. You think, well, this is, and then you walk back from it and you fill in the gaps with your eyes and the distance. And I think it's the same with great comic book artwork. I mean, there's loads of detail in this stuff, what he's doing here, but he knows when to level the detail.
Yeah,
he knows how to layer it.
Wasted, is it?
So nothing's wasted. Yeah,
look at that.
And that's the great artists do that. They
do. Look at that there, where that guy says, "Attention, non-mutant variant coded Spider-Man, terminate." He makes an instant decision about. He doesn't think, "Oh, who is this guy? He's interesting. Let's see what he does." He just says, "Kill him."
I like that nice, bluff, tall, dark, and mechanical.
This was back when like Byrne's writing as well. Spider-Man had a sense of humor back then. Now it's just like everything that Spider-Man says seems to be sort of snarky and sort of unfunny. Whereas
that's the writers, though.
Yeah, back then, obviously we're talking back then. This is more recent, but it's Byrne that's doing it. But he's, the writers that were on Spider-Man 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they were genuinely funny, some of the stuff that he was coming out with,
Oh, yeah.
A bit tongue-in-cheek and a bit cheesy sometimes, but genuinely funny.
If you read that when he says, "Nice bluff, tall, dark, and mechanical, but I know your program is going to stop you in about..." Holy crap. Look, he's drawn his eyes. He's drawn his eyes in, hasn't he? He's drawn Spider-Man's eyes in.
Yeah, just a little dots. That's very much
Little dots. Yeah.
I seem to
Very
remember
much.
Steve Ditko did that, didn't he? Really early on, drew his eyes in one. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no,
I
that's
think you're
right.
right.
Ditko,
And
every
then
so often, Ditko would throw that in.
yeah.
It's like,
I think
it's
it's a
actually
mistake.
attacking me. My spider sense hadn't warned me. I'd be toast.
That's real Stan Lee, isn't it?
Yeah,
That-
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. The whole idea that you explain everything as you're doing it is just that's so comic strip. It's great.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
so
I think a lot of it is lost on modern writers. I think they see it as they see it as a lot of it as being cheesy and as being sort of cliche, and it's like no, it's an art form that it's built around this, it's designed around this, it's about telling stories.
I'm saying they think it's
Over.
It's over. It's all traditional stuff, you know. It's they can't, and they think they can't do it. They think they've got to be smart. Nobody's smarter than Stan Lee, and you should learn from him.
Yeah, I think as well, and this is something that I think a lot of people suffer from, a lot of artists suffer from, but writers as well. And there's no harm in getting inspiration from other mediums like film, but comics seem to be written almost like they're films now.
Yeah,
you know, they instead of comics.
Very, very dull, droll films.
Yeah.
Dialogue that takes itself far too seriously.
Yes,
and no sense of charm and no sense of personality to the dialogue.
No, and that's something that. I mean, I know we're all involved in doing our own books and trying to get that kind of feel into the books. But definitely, what I was doing in Only Death, it was like I wanted it to be a little tongue in cheek. Do you know what I mean? I wanted it to be fun. It's I don't want to be too serious. You know,
it's all the AI programming these modern writers are using.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
That's about the extent of
it. The more I read that stuff, the less I wonder.
I think it's even more reason for all of us to go the traditional route. And to keep the traditions alive. I find it so important.
To get back to this stuff. You know, this kind of material. This is what sold comics.
Oh my God, yes.
You know,
look at that bottom right hand panel.
Oh man, that is so good. That is right. Bernie Wrightson-esque.
Yeah, it is a little, isn't it?
I like the middle panel on that page where that whatever that is coming in there, that comet thing. And it's the way it's going out of the panel, then suddenly swerves back into the panel again.
Yeah, is that the what's her face? Is that Jean Grey? Is that the Phoenix there?
I don't know. No,
I don't know.
But that, like you said, Brandy, this. I mean, that left-hand page there. I mean, just again, Byrne's mastery of tilting panels, tilting the angle of the artwork. And look at that figure of Spidey, the top panel there. Just the perspective and the curling of the body.
I was marveling at Storm. That's the Storm I remember.
Oh, sure.
Cute, round Storm.
Again, to me, that's very Avatar.
Yeah,
this is
a bit, isn't it?
That design is before Avatar, so I wonder where Cameron got his Avatar look from.
Oh, yeah.
The eyes are a bit wide apart, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bit weird.
Now, we're speaking of dialogue.
Shelley's had an odd face anyway in the early days. She did, and that's again part of the charm of the character, I thought.
Yeah, the fact that she was literally a goddess from Africa, and you just give her that slightly not quite human look to her. But real quick, a great recommendation for you guys. We're talking about dialogue and wonderful, snappy banter. I recommend, if you haven't seen it, to look it up. A movie called The Emperor of the North. It has Lee Marvin, a very young Keith Carradine, and Ernest Borgnine. And it's about two hobos and their life of trying to ride this train that Ernest Borgnine is the conductor on. And it's just this wonderful story of the battle between these people on trying to ride the trains and being hobos, and yet, trying to the possession of it's my train and all this. And the dialogue is just sparkling, just absolutely sparkling. And I recommend it completely. And not to mention, it's a fun story to watch.
Who wrote the screenplay?
I don't know. I should look that up, but they're just spot on with this lingo of the hobos, and it's in the 1930s, and it's just wonderful stuff to listen to.
Ready? I'm about to turn the page here.
Yep.
Best I can imagine.
Oh man.
Oh, Christ, crotch.
Look at that city. Was it that machinery below whoever's nose? Is it Reed's nose?
Yeah.
That machinery down there. I thought for a second he was looking out of a window down on the city, like Mega City 1.
Oh yeah, but it's
just machinery.
I think he's popping into the Sentinels. What he's doing.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Scratch.
Man.
Scream.
Oh, great. That's
This
central
arm
head on that
reaching in.
last.
Deet.
Oh. Scream.
One last step. There we go.
Man. Christ almighty.
Here he gets zapped and he's all
floppy.
Flopped out. Yeah.
Flobbered up.
Flubbedept.
That'd be great if you'd put that in, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just a great shot there. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, look at that.
There we are. Sunfire. Right there. Walking in.
Sunfire
going down.
Or not Sunfire. Yeah. Isn't that Sunfire?
Oh, that's you mean Wolverine?
Oh, that's Wolverine here. Sunfire's here.
Oh, there. I see there. I see him now. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, look
And
at it.
he's done that again. It goes, and all around the world. He's done it again.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And look at the crispness of these drawings on that right-hand page. Just, man.
Yep.
All the various ways he has them collapsing and
Can you imagine Mrs. Byrne saying,
I'll get that.
Saying, it's mine. Just a second, I'll get rid of it.
I told you not to call me here.
I thought
they want to talk to him about his car warranty.
The Mrs. Byrne saying, have you got a job yet? And he says, don't worry, dear, these pages are going to go for 10 grand each. Oh, okay, carry on. See you later. I'll make you some coffee.
Oh my God. Oh.
Let's look at that panel right there. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's
all the different people running.
Wow.
And I can't help but know in that middle panel with the Sentinel falling forward and his hand outstretched, how Byrne didn't add too much more of that foreshortening perspective to it that he could have, because to me that's just kind of storytelling how the life is going out of these things, so they're not as dynamic as they were. So the whole Sentinel figure there is kind of flattened out a little bit, while still maintaining a perspective, a believable, sense of depth, but not so exaggerated as if he was still, fully active, and the dynamicism would be really stretched out with the hand really coming towards the camera and all that. So it's just little things like that I'm just blown away by this stuff. Oh God, hitting themselves. Oh my God.
Look at that. Count your blessings, Simon, and then count the casualties before we get too pleased with ourselves. Wow.
Man.
Just the casual nature of all this, how good the the anatomy is.
Mhm.
The figure drawing, just everywhere you look, just
Right there. Stuff the
and
butt
also
shot. Just amazing.
the bottom left hand panel there of them walking away, and look at the difference between the height of Colossus and Wolverine there.
Yeah.
They're just brilliant. Just
he's a colossus, isn't he?
yeah, but look, but
the
interplay between the two anatomies and the weight that's being carried by both of them, that's just brilliant.
This has to be somebody Byrne knows down here in the lower right.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
There's a real Kirby hand there, isn't it?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Screech.
Surrender peaceably and skreek.
It's a bit War of the Worldsy, isn't it? With these, like these Sentinels could be tripods, couldn't they?
Yeah, very
much.
much.
Yeah.
The way they're all falling at the same time and everything.
From the germ, yeah. But that also that shading on the Sentinel top left there, in front of Kitty, that really strong center shading again. It's well, what a nice effect on that next panel where there's 2/3 of his hand is in shadow there.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
It's just great the way he collapses, and he still has to wreck everything when he collapses, doesn't he? Bang, crash.
Exactly.
Yeah, I reckon you're right, Randy. I reckon that is somebody he knows. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's just there's so much attention to the detail, to the look of him.
He probably said, "I'll give you 10 grand for that page if you put me in it," and he said, "Okay."
Probably. Let's hope that's how that worked.
Yeah, if that is how it works, I'm open to offers.
Yeah, amen.
Jeez.
Is this Jean?
I think it's Kitty.
Wow. Kitty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Jean.
Was that Jean?
Yeah, Jean makes her way around the fallen Goliath. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
it's
wow. Jean. And look at that perspective on that second panel there of her foot, leg, and body, and it's almost. Oh, I see. It's a separate panel.
It's a separate panel. Yeah,
made it look the same. Yeah.
Wow.
Adams used to do that a lot. Put two panels together like that. Yeah. Wow. At first glance, that's exactly what it looks like, though.
It
like
does, right away. Still great effect.
Bonkers.
Shut up. Wow. Oh, look at this.
Man.
All this big credit box here.
Don't blame him.
written illustrated by John Byrne. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Like we didn't know.
Yeah.
Really.
It's fabulous.
Oh. What a great character in those faces.
And again, he's got to know somebody that he's starting to draw people in.
That guy on the top right there that you're just saying, where he's talking to the guy with the mustache. That guy, it looks like is it the Punisher? Blunthal, is he called?
It does look a bit like him, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
look at that truck. Just amazing.
This is incredible, isn't it? This has got to be up there, hasn't it? This is absolutely amazing. If Marvel are seeing this, which they must be, or whatever it's called this week, they must be kicking themselves. They must be.
They don't.
Care. No, they don't care. They don't care.
They don't give two shits.
I would hope they would, but
they don't. They really don't.
They don't care about comics, no matter what they might tell you. They don't.
Well,
they don't give a monkeys.
They do, but they care to tear them down. That's their big. In my opinion, that's their big goal right now: to tear out the toxic masculinity and get rid of the superhero genre as we knew it.
I know. I don't.
As it should be here.
I don't think that's personally. I would differ from that opinion. I think it's business. I just don't think that Disney consider comics a viable way of making money. So they let pretty much anything go on, and that's where the degeneration of the medium is happening.
I agree with you, but I do think that there are people up there that are intentionally trying to tear this out.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt about that. There are activists in every business everywhere. What I'm saying is that the core of it is money. The core of it is that people, people
or
like
lack thereof, or
like
attention.
large companies like Disney don't think they can make enough money out of comics. They don't care. It's just like leave it on the side, doesn't matter.
And they wonder why
it becomes an aspect of their business that they can just
it's
throw anybody at.
Yeah,
So,
it's one of those. It's one of those small arms of a business that is more useful as a tax write-off than as a source.
Probably, yes. So they don't really care too much about what goes in them, particularly, and they let people get on with it. And so what you do is you have a desperate mix of some complete trash and the odd bright spark, and it takes the whole medium down with it. So that's what I think is going on.
And they wonder why their stock is dipping, because especially at Disney, they don't pay attention to the small detail.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of the small money that makes the big money.
They there's a lot of I mean, this goes on in a lot of businesses, a lot of boardrooms, and a lot of particularly in a lot of middle management, is that they think they're better than the people they're selling to.
Oh, that's too
and
true.
So they look down upon them, and they don't really give a stuff, and it's just like, let them eat cake. Get on with it. And I think that's just a general attitude in some entertainment environments, and certainly businesses as well. And I think that's what's happening. That's why it comes down to everybody else to keep the medium alive.
Oh yeah.
For us to do things like this, for the kayfabe to be doing shows like they do, for people to be saying, "Look at this stuff. This is the real deal. This is the real thing," and then go make your own. Go make your own.
Yeah.
Too true.
Well, certainly Byrne's doing that, no doubt.
Yeah, at least showing him how to do it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately for John Byrne, as we said last week, he can probably afford to do that.
Right.
True.
Well, if you're selling these for a couple of grand each, he certainly can.
Yeah. Anybody wants a Batman page, they are for sale.
Boy.
Wolverine taking the hit there in the bottom.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
He did the
I've just opened up a bloody page. Sorry, I got if you want to quickly whiz to my camera, Randy?
Sure.
Just for a second.
What did you do?
There you go.
Oh,
there you go.
There
you go.
Money shot.
Oh, you got your Star-Lord book. That's sweet.
Oh,
damn it.
Yes, sir. Right there.
There we go.
That's straight out of my childhood. Fantastic.
Oh, yes.
That's Claremont, Byrne, and Austin.
There's so much great stuff in there.
Oh,
there's some beautiful painted work at the back as well.
That's a 4-issue miniseries by Dan Lawless in the back. Really? That's very underappreciated.
What a book.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to show you. It just came through the post. So.
No kidding. And the thing is, this book here with the X-Men is every bit as good as that Star-Lord stuff, which is amazing.
I mean,
40 years later, he still is, completely on the mark.
Every page of this is Byrne screaming, "I still got it."
Oh
every page of this is Byrne screaming, "I got it, and I got it better than everybody else on the market currently."
Yeah.
And I improve with every line.
I prove with every line that I'm better than any of those people out there drawing this on it digitally. And don't get me wrong, I don't have an issue with digitally, but I think there are issues with doing things purely digitally that give the artwork a certain look. And this just has this beautiful. This is so good, and it destroys. I think it destroys pretty much everybody out there. And there are some great artists out there. I can't remember his name. It was one guy who was doing a run on Action Comics recently, which was just fabulous. And then there's a British artist. He's on my friends list. I can never remember people's names. He just did a Batman cover as well. Some fantastic stuff. And there are great artists out there, but Brian is just like, he's blowing everybody away with this.
Well, yeah, and when you think that there's a thing though, there's a little bit of an aspect of digital versus traditional. That the thing is with digital, you literally have limitless canvases to work with, and you have absolutely limitless options as to how you want to make marks on your image space.
Yeah.
But with paper and pencil, you kind of have this almost undeniable sense of respect for the very thing you're working on because it has limitations.
Yeah.
You could only erase on that paper so much before you destroy the surface of the paper. And the thing is, when you're done, you literally have crafted a physical object in front of you that you can hold. And there's something about a connection to that you just don't have on a digital screen.
I think that's going to be the downside. I mean, you see a lot of stuff talking about AI artwork at the moment. I don't consider it artwork. There you go. I'm just going to lay my cards on the table. I don't have a problem with people producing it. You can produce it all you like because, people have been doing CGI animation instead of traditional animation for ages now, and we all love it. That's not to say I don't prefer traditional animation. Personally, I do. But the point is that, Toy Story, and there are loads of great CGI movies out there. Now, obviously, they're manipulated by people, but the actual physical items are digital. Okay.
Yeah.
And AI artwork, if you want to call it artwork, is a digital, completely, purely digital medium. If there was a sunspot and we had a solar flare, all the AI artwork would go away. Okay. It would never be here ever again. All right. It'd be gone in a flash. Right. So it is purely a digital thing. And if people want to call themselves artists because they put a description into an AI program and it makes them an image for them, then off you go. You can call yourself an artist if you really want to. This is definitely the X Factor environment where everybody wants to be special. Okay. And everybody wants to do stuff without actually putting the hard work in. All right.
That's true.
So I'm not casting aspersions on people. I'm just saying the facts are, if you want to be a good artist, there's talent at the base, and then you have to work really hard at it. Okay.
Well,
now sorry, if I could just finish my point with what you were saying about the physical artwork, is what is going to differentiate between real art and AI art, is that you will have a physical piece of paper, you will have a piece of painted board, whatever, a canvas, whatever it might be, and it won't be printed out on a digital printer. It will be a real piece of art created by human hands.
Yeah.
Okay. And that, exactly as you're saying about, having these pages in the real world, that will be the difference. And that is what people will go for, because so many people think about it. It's all about, it's about mathematics. It's about why are comics so valuable from such a long time ago? Because there's so few of them around. Yeah. Okay. Why are comics from the late 90s not valuable? Because they made loads of them because there was this big stupid bubble happen. All right. Yeah. And it's the same with digital artwork, and especially AI artwork and traditional artwork. In 20, 30 years time, okay, even shorter, there'll be loads of people. Look, I can make a comic because I could just put a description into this AI thing and it makes it. But it will be valueless. Completely valueless. Whereas the artwork that we put together right now in the physical world will have value to it, because if it hasn't burnt down or been crushed or put in a bin, it will still be here and it will be real. Okay, and I think people are missing the point, but you aren't, Scott. You never.
And to that point, the very nature of that physical piece of artwork is not just because it's rare, which is an undeniable aspect of it, but it's unique.
Yes,
it has a solitary, singular nature to
it. In essence, rare because it's one of. There is only one of it. Okay, and
the AI art, quote unquote, it literally is going more and more towards what is essentially shadow puppets on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. I saw someone post something the other day saying, "Oh, I did this. I'm doing this comic and it's AI and it looks really great." And I looked at and it was rendered beautifully and it kind of had the feel of a CGI movie. And I thought, that's all very well, like that one visual aspect of it. I've looked at it and gone, yeah, that looks great, but I wouldn't want to buy it because I don't want to buy comics that look like CGI movies. I want to buy comics that jump off the page at me and they're exciting.
Because there's no depth and substance to what you're looking at. You're seeing a printed version of something on the screen, and there's literally nothing else to be seen. There's nothing else to break it down other than these written prompts. And with here, you're seeing a comic book that it literally starts with a blank piece of paper, and through the crafting and art and expertise of pencil to paper with erasers and rulers and all this, the thing is you come up with a finished product that then can be transferred even further along, evolved with inking and then with coloring. And so you've got a physical final product that has got many stages of physical production that exist.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like seeing a family tree of a certain person. It's not
it is.
me.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
it's all come out of somebody's persona. It's all come out of their brain. It's like, Could you go back a page? Sorry, Randy. Could you go back?
No,
one?
I'm just moving along here as you.
I just want to see that image of Wolverine.
Go on and rant
on the top right.
Oh yeah,
that's just so gorgeous.
Well, here all the detail on the mansion, the Wolverine having to go out and clear his head. All of this jungle foliage here, or the woods foliage. All of the detail here in the laboratory is just amazing.
Oh.
But again, when we talk about detail, it's not photorealism.
No,
it's this flick. It's this. It's beautiful. It's just a beautiful work.
Yeah.
Just.
Now we get back to that figure that was in the shadows earlier.
Just look at that. I'm getting closer to your view, Scott.
Oh.
Eating a bullet.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow, look at it.
And a bloody big hole, he says. On the middle panel. And a bloody big hole.
Oh.
Rawr.
Nice.
Again, that bottom panel there is very Avatar to me. On the other page, that face, that big face, very Avatar to me. That
one. Yes.
Did you just go see that movie or something?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Advertisements everywhere.
It just reminds me of Avatar.
Getting paid by Disney to drop Avatar's name.
Avatar.
Here.
No, it's not.
Avatar.
Just pick it up.
Oh,
what a great face right there as he turns.
Yeah, and just the rendering of the panel before, the shoulder girdle to the chest and the clavicle. Oh, Jesus. And that creature, that is cool.
Pure Wolverine there.
Oh man.
Look at that. The way he's got
perspective. Look at that bottom fucking panel. Oh my god. God, that's like that. That's Neil Adams-esque as I've ever seen coming out of Byrne, and that middle panel.
Whole page there.
Holy
whole page here. It's just amazing.
Look at that view of him top left.
That's what I was looking at, and the slightly thicker key lines around his legs and lower legs.
Yeah.
That just picking it out, fantastic.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Look at that face. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
I'm getting Joe Kubert teeth there on that center panel of that face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's just a lot of influence there. Just amazing. And then here.
Oh, no, on that page there, the second panel, are we seeing the view between Wolverine's claws to this thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, right there.
So cool.
Just what a
That's a big digital POW down the bottom.
that middle panel where it's flying up from POW is a real Byrne view, isn't it?
But how fun is that? You know, flying up and out of the it's just man. That just sets off the calligraphic geek inside me. I just love that.
Just like the old days too. They get out of one danger and they're right in the middle of the next one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I noticed earlier on that when they defeated the Sentinels, everybody turned on the X-Men, didn't they? Turned on Cyclops because he's a mutant.
Yeah.
Did you notice that the Sentinels were down and then they turned on the X-Men and everybody else because ordinary people because they know they're mutants as well. And that's what people are like, isn't it? They're so fickle and change.
Well, it's all the Muties' fault for bringing the Sentinels in the first place, right?
Bloody Muties.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. That's a little bit of an odd shot of Colossus in that top left panel.
He just got smacked.
Yeah.
Like he's holding his ghoulies again, look.
Picked up and tossed.
Oh, man.
This thing's quite nasty.
Yeah.
Is that Kitty? That's either Kitty or Jean. Probably Kitty.
Yeah.
It's Jean, Miss Gray.
Jean?
Mrs. Gray, yeah.
Oh.
We drew her younger because of her mental state, I think.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Zach.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, look at that left-hand panel there on that page.
Oh.
Look at that.
That is so classic.
He takes it and he takes it. Yeah. Great positioning there.
Oh, I mean that first left-hand panel, that powerful use of the tall vertical panel, to emphasize the strength of that blast and the sleekness of the figure running forward.
Some great examples of not just fabulous art, but visual storytelling. That left-hand panel with the power of the ray, and then the bottom right-hand panel on the right-hand page where our eyes are repeated through. Just fabulous stuff.
After walking over the X-Men, this creature here throwing Colossus around, throwing Wolverine around, he gets tossed by Jean. Comes up and gets into his head. That's what that is.
Oh, nice.
Jean.
This is what's fantastic about Jean, isn't it? With the way that she's more powerful than anybody in the book, like Cyclops and all these people, and she comes along, and knocks the guy out.
Yeah. The hair he's done for him. Is this the Guardian?
Yeah.
Just comes in.
He hasn't used just like a straight up and down graphic. He's put the hair in.
Yeah.
Yes.
On his Mohican. That's brilliant.
Oh. Now there's something else too that is really amazing, because over the years, especially as digital artwork has become more prominent, I've had my fair share of people that come up to my table at a convention and they see my prints of my drawings and everything, and sometimes they'll say, "What program did you use?" And all I do is I pick up my pencil and I say this. And that tends to get almost more of a wow factor out of them than any talk about.
Isn't that weird? Because I think it depends on the way people are producing their artwork, because obviously I pencil a lot digitally. And I do it just for ease. I don't see it as any different to me penciling physically.
No.
And then but it's probably the way that I use it, because I don't use any filters or any extra bits and pieces. I mean, sometimes I might, put a sky in or something. I've got some examples actually we can talk about. But in general, all I do is I'm just using it as a replacement for a light box and a photocopier.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? That's all it is for me. It's just a replacement so that I don't have all that faff. Other than that, it's exactly the same. And then I print it out and ink it traditionally anyway. So I think it depends on how they're using the tools. Because if you're relying on the tools to create certain effects and to do certain things, then the idea of somebody using a real pencil or a real ink brush and being able to do it, you're kind of like, oh, wow. And that shouldn't be the case, because people are losing skills.
And when you think about the AI art, so many people think, well, I just got to write a prompt and get this stuff. But then they don't keep in mind. They don't keep in mind that it takes how much computing power, how much code that was written and the algorithms and all these different things that had to be in place in order for those prompts to produce what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And yet with us, it's our minds, a pencil, and a piece of paper. And that's really,
exactly
the extent of it. And
well, it's like I know, like I use a Clip Studio to do my penciling in, but if tomorrow Clip Studio wasn't there anymore and I didn't have a computer, I'd just pick up a pencil and go back to paper.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the fact that you already know how to do that. The problem is just going straight to digital and missing out the bit in between where you actually use physical tools and physical media.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem.
Absolutely. Oh man, look at the storytelling with the
eyes,
little panel, the alien face, and then her face.
That's just
juxtaposing,
brilliant, isn't it?
Yep.
Just gorgeous.
Hey,
like you say on that middle panel, the physical interplay between the two characters.
Hey, Glenn, you still there?
Yeah.
I'm afraid Russ and I are drowning.
No, I'm listening. I'm just looking at the artwork.
Oh yeah,
it's just wonderful.
Again, the creature came there specifically to get to Jean Grey because she was the calming factor for the Phoenix Force and had to warn her that it was coming. And it's too late. He's already there.
Incredible.
Much too late for all of
it. This has got to be the best work anybody has ever done.
Yeah, no, it blows you away, doesn't it?
And it doesn't. To me, I'd love to see it printed, so we can all get it, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But as from the pencils, I think give me two versions. Give me a pencil book and an ink book.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Forget the color. Not bothered about that.
Even the best inkers, you'd be concerned of losing something, wouldn't you?
Well, I said earlier, I'd see Joe Sinnott ink this. I mean, Terry Austin's good, but he's not Joe Sinnott.
Solid Cockrum right there. So much so.
No, wait. This page here, this harkens back to that one aspect of the printed book from way back when, where Jean is suspended like this with the Shiara around her.
It goes back to 136. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
See, even Professor X has got his nice tartan
little blanket on,
tartan blankie. Gotta love a tartan blankie.
I'd tell you what would be interesting if we could find out if it's possible if Chris Claremont's read this, see what he thinks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't it? I mean, I didn't care for his X-Men because it was too wordy, but I just wonder what he might think about this.
I thought I heard the two of them didn't get on.
Right. No, they didn't. That's what I heard too.
You'd probably get you wouldn't get an unbiased opinion.
Well, that's why he's doing that. That's kind of why he's doing this, is he didn't agree with what Claremont did after 136. So
I can see why.
Yeah.
Well, that and Shooter made them kill off Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Because she had decimated an entire world of asparagus people. Yeah.
Asparagus people.
Yeah.
Or broccoli people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Broccoli people.
Well, it doesn't matter then, really.
Hero doesn't do that. And the villain, is going to have to pay a penance. Yeah.
So you make one salad and you just ruins it.
Does salad count as genocide? I don't know.
That spaceship thing looks like a giant insect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's Cockrum's design.
That's one of Cockrum's geniuses. It's taking ordinary.
It looks like something straight out of Star-Lord, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine that coming at you.
Meat.
Hey, Randy, can you turn one page back before this? And then the page back to where you were. No. You go forward again to that. Now the story is starting to intrigue me in terms of what's going on, because again, this reflects issue 136.
This is the end of the issue. This is the start of the next one. At the start of the next one, they backtrack a little bit.
It's a little bit of
Oh, I see.
A little bit of talking back, a bit of history.
Yeah.
Do you know, there's nothing boring about any of it, is there?
Every panel is a killer. Yeah,
you got to spend 4 weeks looking at the line work and the shading, and then read it. You know.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Literally, this would be the kind of book that I would pore over, flip page to page to page and back again. Just
look at that empty pod. There's nothing in it. Well, probably something in it, but you know, there's nothing in the middle panel. That pod thing, whatever it is, it's like it's just empty.
Yeah,
there's no detail in that.
God, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Who's that guy? The High Father? Is he in the wrong comic?
Yeah,
after Shiara's dead.
Yeah, a little bit of Dave Cockrum, you know, channeling Kirby. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at that. Consider the emotions here on display: shock, fear, animal fury. Look at that. Wow.
Oh, man.
Rawr.
Yeah. And that little guy down the left hand, that his pal there with the mustache should be saying, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, exactly. So. Oh, there we are. I see. Oh man. Wow. Man, oh man.
Again, just great. It's all perspective here. It's just
incredible.
Great use of aerial perspective there. That downward shot, the angle, man.
Look how Xavier's hand is pulling the skin on his face on that middle panel.
Yeah, just you know.
Yeah.
Not as well drawn as the pages though. That page, is it?
No, there's weird things happening with the hand there.
Yeah.
Weird things. And then there's absolutely no. Oh, is there supposed to be no background? Are they in his mind or something?
Yeah, I think he's being attacked psychically, but that's by Phoenix. But that's not an easy hand to draw in that position.
No, it's not. No.
True.
It's no excuse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, now we're getting critical after all of this great stuff.
If any panel.
We knew Byrne was going to be a slacker sooner or later.
Yeah, there was always going to be something.
Yeah.
If any panel deserved for the feet on the bottom of the panel, it's that bottom panel. You understand what I mean? Where the chair's tipping over the bottom panel, you need to see the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like a placement, like a design choice there.
I think he's just run out of page.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's a design choice there where he's put the figures in, but they should have been slightly smaller so you can see the feet.
They're lifted up
within that panel.
They're lifted up off of that. The idea was to focus on the empty chair.
Yeah, but I see what Glenn is saying. It's like cutting feet off is a bit of a weird thing to do.
Oh,
if you've got a whole figure.
Yeah.
So the figures could be reduced slightly so that you can see all their feet within the panel.
Yeah.
And that comes down to, like, you can draw those figures, you can pop their feet out, but then that would be over accentuating those figures for what they need to be in the story.
Well, I'll tell you.
Or you could photocopy them and bring them down. If you were doing it digitally, you could just literally just reduce them a little bit. But he's obviously got to that point and thought, well, it looks fine. Fuck it.
I will tell you what, guys. I am not paying $4,000 for this page.
No, not with those feet.
No. I will. Where's my feet?
But I mean, so let's be really hypercritical and honest, okay? And look at this page and say, out of all the pages we've seen, this could well be the weakest or one of the weakest.
Yeah.
And it's still wonderful.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's still fantastic. Look at the face and the hair, and
I think
the lightness of what's going on in the panel 1, 2, 3, 4, where there's an effect there, and they're just outline. Brilliant.
I know somebody. I think I told you the other week I gave a page of my hatch to someone and I went back to their house the next couple of weeks, and their grandchildren had coloured it in. Now I reckon if that person got that left-hand page, their grandchildren would draw the feet on the end of that panel.
Yeah, let's pop it on. Big, massive toes.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
All right, the fucker's back. Look at that.
It's like he obviously just had a bad day.
Yeah. That bottom panel on the first page there looks almost comical, doesn't it? Where the way where the feet are, cartoon-like.
But there's great, there's a choice there, isn't there? I mean, he's fitted that into that panel, and he could have made the shot slightly further out and his legs extended.
Yeah.
But he's gone in closer and brought the knees down, brought the feet closer to the bum, and it's created dynamics. It's created gravity, and it's a lot more interesting to look at.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He draws a lot of bottoms, doesn't he, John Byrne?
Well, you've got to like a bottom, haven't you?
He's
nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying.
There's nothing wrong with a bottom.
He was drawing Sentinel bottoms a while back.
Bottom.
Sure.
Wow.
Kitty comes in the wall.
She just appears out of a black hole. Just popped in to see if you were okay.
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Wow. Look at her falling through that on that right-hand page on the first panel where she's falling through all the floors.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's an old style cutaway you don't see very often, or you don't see at all anymore.
That's right.
That's true. Well, what a great way to portray that, dropping through different.
Yeah, it's better than 10 panels of her running down the stairs, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
To get to the bottom floor.
Yeah.
And then she just pops in at the end. Look at that. When she just pops in at the end, the head through the wall.
Hello.
Fantastic.
Oops, I didn't realize this is the bathroom. My fault.
Yeah. She's saying it. Look, AI. It's giving you a clue.
That's how we all feel about AI.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, a little bit of downplay of energy, not quite as
Boom, more Phoenix.
Oh, but
I like that open panel on that right-hand page. Mm-hmm. That really works well.
Oh, that top left,
the top left one, yeah, fabulous.
Great use of that, the shading in the cape against the white.
Yeah,
nice.
And those flames at the bottom. Look at that Phoenix. That's Mega City one, isn't it, Ross? That outline.
It is a little. Yeah.
Mega City's got a lot more towers.
Yeah. Okay, now pardon my odd reference segue, but that top right panel where your thumb's at, Randy, that effect of that, whatever that background is, and that top right hand corner, doesn't that kind of remind me of somebody a little bit of Arse Man? Was that one character with the
Arse Man?
Not seeing that.
Made up of anuses.
Yeah,
it's covered in anuses.
Arse Man.
What is that? Is that a who created that? That's part of not Gaiman, but
you're talking Arse Face.
Arse Face.
That's in Preacher.
Arse Face. Yeah.
Arse Face. Cat's ass.
Randy, just go back a page, just quickly, please. Look at the left-hand page, and look at the panel where that person is holding that cloak. Look at the folds and the weight on that cloak.
Yeah.
Isn't that fantastic? Look at the weight of the material.
On the left-hand page?
Yeah, the left-hand page, top right. No, next one over, left, that one.
Yeah.
No, move over. Top left-hand page, third panel.
third panel. Oh yeah,
that one where that person is holding that material. Look at the weight he's got on just a couple of lines.
Yeah,
fabulous.
Oh, really?
And that's just nothing, is it? It's just there. Do you understand what I mean? It's just you miss it. It's just brilliant.
Oh,
brilliant.
And just having the eye to pick that up is wonderful. Oh, there's classic Gladiator at the bottom like that. War.
Oh.
You know, the thing is, I have, as if there's not reason enough to hate Byrne already, but the fact that he is so freaking good at drawing rubble and drawing,
devastation.
He's good at everything.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the trouble. He's bloody good at everything. Doesn't matter what he's doing. It's all good. There's no weak. I mean, okay, he had a dodgy hand just back there, and we were complaining about the feet. But like he's what 99.8% hit rate on everything he does. It's like, but we all have bad panels, and if you're doing things to a schedule, you know that sometimes you have to leave things. You have to go, well, that's not exactly as I want it, but I'm getting paid by the hour here. I'm off, and I'm finished. Yeah. And just he obviously doesn't need to do that in this. If he's left something, it's by choice. He's just gone, I'm fed up with that. I don't want to do it anymore. But hitting the panels, it's like there are no 100% duff pages. There's a couple of panels that we've picked out and been a bit picky about, but other than that, his hit rate is amazing, and everything he draws is just so good.
And look at what he's done on the bottom, the last page, bottom panel, where he's left the two sections of the text outside, without a box around them.
Yeah.
So they're open.
And we don't know the actual circumstances, especially around that one page. He could have had somebody come at him and go, "Can you please draw a page just a little dodgy so that I can afford the auction?"
Can you do me the worst page in the book so that I can afford something, please?
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it.
You never
but
know.
that on that same right hand page with the giant guy with the hand, the life in that face, the liveliness of that look, that it just man.
More of the Imperial Guard coming in. That's the what's his name? Colossal Boy.
Yeah, that equivalent.
Yeah, the equivalent.
Oh, Jesus!
Boom!
Oh, look at that figure flying! Oh, look
just
at
the whole. Again, the whole page is just beautiful.
Oh, just a touch of perspective on the legs and the.
Look at the way he's drawn a hand on that left on top. The very first panel. Look at the way he's drawn the left hand. That one, the way he's drawn the hand turning away, her left hand.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Pretty good sinews, that.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like
Oh,
wow.
Now, and these are the things. There are so many aspects to good comic book art. So some of the people we've already covered, but there are more coming, and people like Byrne, and there's so many aspects, but that some things stand out more than others. And I think characterizing people's, characters in faces so that people don't all look the same, even if you draw generally the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, so for instance, you can look at Buscema's faces and go, oh, well, a lot of them are quite similar. Okay. And it's like, maybe they are, maybe the women look a bit similar, but then you dig a bit deeper and you actually read a whole book and see the variation in faces and the characterization. And you realize just how much nuance there is between the faces. So faces, anatomy, and scene setting, but panel creation, as in the content of the panel, and then you go on to layout, and this is a tour de force of all the things that you've got to look at to make a comic strip good.
If you look at the left-hand page, that's the bottom panel on the left.
Yeah.
Look at what's happening there. There's a guy right at they're about to die, aren't there? There's a guy right at the front. Look at the guy with the pointy alien head. He's looking in to his pal, who's looking back at the captain or whoever he is.
Well,
Do you see what I mean?
Sure. A whole host of reactions.
Like shit, like we're gonna. This is it, and then boom.
Boom, boomity, boom, boom, boom.
We're fucked, right? Are we fucked? I think we're fucked.
You're not getting that 20. Oh man. Wow. Just that capturing the instantaneous moment.
Yeah.
Just literally capturing a millisecond in time.
Yeah.
As everybody's reacting and
all from aliens.
Yeah. I mean,
and look at on the next
beautiful.
page, Xavier's legs, the way they're all, he can't walk and stuff. He can't control his legs. The way his legs are all bent and askew. Yeah, it's fabulous, isn't it?
Oh.
And those eyes, look at those eyes. There's nothing in them. It's just brilliant. Look at that.
Yeah.
The way that the different shapes, he's not just gone for the straight.
Yeah, they're not mirror images of each other. They're
There's an angle, isn't there, to it?
Yeah.
Crack.
No exclamation point.
Ooh.
Probably not needed.
If anybody's got a problem with toxic masculinity in this book, they're not paying attention, are they? Because it's all about the girls, isn't it?
That was always the point with the X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the variety and the diversity in there. That's really what Claremont was known for. He was writing characters. They admired the way that he wrote women, but he was really just writing characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fully realized characters.
Yeah.
Now that second panel, Randy, right by your finger, the strength of that drawing of that face.
Yeah.
The richness of the black lines and the economy of them, and oh my God. And then the bottom panel on that same page, that the open outline. Yeah. Oh.
It's the power melding back into Dark Phoenix.
Oh.
And he's standing up, Xavier standing up.
Or is he floating?
Is he floating? Right. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, she's up in the air.
There's got some nice casual duds on there. I like that.
Yeah.
So he's got his moccasins on. He's looking quite cash.
And his jacket that don't fit him around the shoulder.
Yeah, a bit weird, but yeah.
But again,
he's being lifted up. So
yeah.
Gravity is not an issue.
No. Oh. The fire that's closest kept.
That's a great title.
And that's where we end it.
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Classic. Oh.
That's the end of the volume, folks.
Oh.
That's all of the work that I have on hand. But again, you can read all of this up and more over at byrnerobotics.com.
It's not as fun when Uncle Randy's not showing it, though.
No, it's not. But it's the way it is. It's phenomenal stuff. Just great material.
Oh, I need therapy. Oh my God. Yeah, man.
And thus endeth the lesson.
Yeah.
Coming on the back of that Steranko stuff, and Don Martin in between, I think. But you see that Steranko stuff, and then you see that, and you think, oh my God,
who's next? Simonson?
Yeah,
Simonson
or Bolland.
Oh,
we could always look through that.
No, don't do it.
Yeah, let's go through that book and rip it apart.
Give it a harsh critique. Here we go.
Yeah.
No.
Russ surveyed through the eyes of a John Byrne critique.
Oh no!
You'd be afraid of that.
That's a whiplash, isn't it?
Wouldn't it? Yeah. What are you saying?
Scott, tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me over on Facebook, crying in my Wheaties. I'll be. I'm over there constructing. I'm doing commissions and working on the next issue of my errantry book, and I'll be there. Look me up, comfort me, please.
Errantry still available?
Yes, actually. Oh no, that's right. I burned all the issues I had after I saw that last Byrne issue.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, oh, I got one that survived. Hang on. It's the only living one. You can buy this for $10,000. $6. Email me at this address, and hey, I'll send it to you.
Cool.
So,
Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at russleach.com. Please sign up for the email list. There will be lots to discuss in the next 12 months. So I'm going to need to contact people so they can find out more about the books that I'm producing. Batman is running in the UK and Europe at the moment. It's coming online in Italy. Only Death Can Save Us Book 2. The inks are finished and it's going to be coloured next month. So it will be available in March. And then you will only be able to get that after that from New Haven, where you can get the first book over on Amazon and in fact everywhere in the world. Other than that, there's more projects incoming. And if you want to contact me, like I say, just go to russleach.com and all my social medias and contacts are there.
Sweet. Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can get me on the usual places like Facebook and Instagram and all those kind of things, or you can contact me and you can see me in the pages of this book that details my trip to see Jack Kirby twice at his home in California. And with that book, you also get a DVD of me talking with him in the studio. You can find me soon in the pages of Hatch Book 2, which is coming to a crowdfunder soon, which is 44 pages of absolute madness and part of it now, big pyramids and stuff like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
And you can also get me in my magazine, Comics Unlimited, which is a 100-page quarterly. Most of my stuff, my other books, science fiction books and children's books and all that kind of thing, you can find those on Amazon.
Cool. And folks, I've been your what?
Oh, I was going to say, what's great is that I actually had somebody contact me saying they saw me on Sunday Funnies and they want to order an errand tree, which was awesome.
Woohoo!
Oh, cool.
Fabulous.
Sweet.
Was it John Byrne?
Yes. He said, "Scott, where have you been? I need your inspiration."
Yeah.
I just wanted to, Scott, I wanted to get you because obviously the most professional out of all those idiots that I see on there. And just wanted to say to all of you, could you send me as many comics as possible? Because I need something for the bottom of my parrot cage. Yeah. And you said, John, I'll pay you.
Your fish will never be wrapped better. I guarantee it.
I got a whole bunch of books here you can have, John. Honest.
There we go.
Take
Oh, you got to contact us, buddy. Always welcome. I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find me over on Facebook. You can find me at Arrow Comics over on Facebook as well. We've got a lot of stuff coming out. We have a lot of things available, including HeroBot Zero #1, Revolt, which is a great anthology. It's got a story in there by Glenn. It's got a couple things in there by me. HeroBot Zero #2. It's got a cover by Scott Rosema. That's also available over at Arrow Comics. Paragon as well, which is a great superhero story that I wrote with artwork by J.R. Harris and Calico Ashard, which is a fantasy book that we're currently working on with Sue Michael Lanning. So a lot of great fun, a lot of great reading. Arrowcomics.store. Arrow Comics with a CS.store. You can find that all available there and more, including T-shirts. We have a T-shirt that says "Death Can Wait. I'm making comics."
That's awesome.
So Luke and I are both going to be wearing that a lot more often, I think. But arrowcomics.store. There's also some PDF files on all of our books available. Luke Stone's Hybrids is over there, available in single issues and collected. Rift Riders will be available over there shortly. And a lot more, a scary amount more coming up through Arrow Comics here in the near future.
For all the comics. Keep calm.
You'll be able to see that. You won't believe the stuff that's coming. I'm serious. It's all, we got Soul Tech from Craig White coming. We're talking to a lot of other people that just want to come in with us and show off their books and put them under the Arrow title. So their Arrow banner. So we're looking forward to that. Look for a lot more material coming up this year. So thank you, everybody. We deeply appreciate you stopping by. We hope you had fun, as much fun as we did. looking over this great John Byrne material. Next week, probably Walt Simonson. Probably, as we go through either the Alien movie adaptation or the Manhunter Artisan book from IDW. So if there's anybody out there you want to see us cover, feel free to let us know. Leave a comment. Leave a comment in the chat. There's another email address that I'll run here in just a second for you to send comments to, that goes right to the Indie Comics Network. We're always archived over on the Indie Comics Network. If you enjoyed this, we've done 3 episodes on Steranko alone. We did a great episode on Don Martin, a couple episodes on the comics that we love with a little bit of Rosema, just as we were starting to do this kayfabe kind of thing. And you'll see a lot more of it here on Comics by Night. You can also join us Sunday morning at 9 a.m. for the Sunday Funnies, where we talk about the comics and the different parts of this business that we love so much, that we try to talk positively about. This week, maybe we'll actually show the cartoons that I meant to show last week. So we'll see how it goes. I think
in the future we should do a Mort Drucker and Jack Davis.
Oh, I have a stack of Mads. I was going to save those until April, maybe focus on doing a bunch of humor stuff in April, but we can do it earlier. No big deal.
I'm just throwing it in the pot.
I have a great stack of Mads from the 70s, right during their prime period, that we can go through, and it's just like the Byrne stuff, just like the Steranko stuff. It's these guys right at the top of their form doing what they love to do, and you can see it on every page. It's just beautiful.
I've got to go back and look at those ones you did with Rosema, because I missed those broadcasts, but that's another one that just melts my face.
So, hey, if you're out there and you want to be part of this discussion, the chat is always open. We're always here live Friday mornings at 5 a.m. to talk more about these great comics. There's so much great material out there. We're never going to run out of stuff to talk about. So,
oh, my God. No.
And we deeply, deeply thank you all for watching and for being a part of this program. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Go to the Indie Comics Network if you haven't already, and subscribe, because we're getting bigger and better all the time. They're adding a lot more programming as they go along. And there's even an Indie Comics Network After Dark for the more adult material. And just the more adult material is kind of handled up over on that channel. It's all archived up on YouTube under Indie Comics Network and Indie Comics Network After Dark. So go over there and take a look. So a lot of great fun to be had by all. I think that's it. Anybody else have anything to say?
Just looking forward to maybe, are we going to do any of this on Sunday Funnies, or
hadn't had any plans to do it on Sunday Funnies, but I didn't really plan on doing that for here either. We were going to use this as more of a teach. Well, it is kind of a teaching.
I think it's some of the best teaching you can do is by showing people the
masters. If you're gonna teach with the best. Yeah.
Can I just show you something that Scott might like? Just to show you, he was talking about, on that Byrne stuff where the sound effect was open, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, done it.
Oh, nice.
Not because of that, because I'd already done it. This is from last year or the year before, actually. It's artwork.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
but this is time to do that through the. Can you see it? Is it flashing too much?
Yeah, it's flashing back and forth, but we can see it. Looks great. Rumble. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's I think that's very effective. I really like how that is being used now. It's very good use of it there. But, yeah.
All on the board.
It's excellent. Man, oh man.
We want to remind everybody as we go out the door, if I have it, yes, the immortal words of Mr. Stanley. This is when asked if digital comics would replace comic books. He says, comics are like boobs. They look great on a computer, but I'd rather hold one in my hand.
It's using the ultimate Stanley evolved hyperbole.
And at the end of that, it needs that immortal Stan Lee line, doesn't it? Enough said.
Enough said. Enough said, true believers. Thanks for watching. Anyway, folks, take care. We'll see you next week. Next Sunday, 9 a.m., Friday at 5 a.m. Comics by Night on Friday, Sunday Funnies on Sunday. Oh, were you around on Sunday, weren't you, Scott? Last Sunday?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, where we showed off the fantasy art material.
All right.
Yeah, I had
fans.
Mark Wheatley pop up.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh.
Mark Wheatley was on Facebook just a couple of days ago going, hey, is anybody out there got anything of mine that they like? And I'm like, well, I was just at the art museum and saw this. I thought this was a phenomenal piece.
No, yeah. Mark should be happy with that piece. That's a keeper. That's a keeper.
That's one of those, like what we've been doing here with Byrne, and that you look at it and you go, oh, it's just okay. And you look at it's all ink, it's pen and ink, and it's just beautiful. Or brush and ink. It's just beautiful stuff.
Oh.
Anyway, folks, we'll see you soon. See you next week. See you on Sunday, hopefully. Take care. Watch the Indie Comics Network. And he said scrolling to the proper videos. Here we go. I always forget to run this disclaimer at the start of our shows.
The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or its sponsors.
For some reason, she's afraid of what we're going to say. I don't know. Anyway, got to stay protected.
Or the positions will be, I guess.
Well, that's you, but maybe.
Damn it.
Have a question or comment for us to address on the show? Have a topic you want us to talk about? Email us at indiecomicsnetwork@gmail.com. Want your comics to arrive in pristine condition? Head over to GeminiComicSupply.com and save 10% on your next Gemini mailer order or anything in the Gemini Comic Supply store. Use coupon code RAGIN10. That's RAGIN 10.
And since we're asking questions,
do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.
And he should know.
He should know. Next time, until next time, folks, take care.
See ya.
We see y'all.
See you.
Danya.
You want to see some great stuff? Go hit your retailer. Go visit your retailer and spend a couple hours going through those boxes you don't normally go through. There's a lot of great comics just waiting to be bought.
Yeah, you bet.
Some great stuff. And he said, trying to scroll up to the right intro. Here we go, folks. We'll see you soon.
What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with theory.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
How dare you?
Get off my lawn.
We got to have Charles and Brian pop back in on the show.
Yep.
So, one last thing, folks. Here we go.